Welcome back, students. The next topic in this chapter is mole concept in solutions. In the last lecture, I told you 1 mole of a substance correspond to the gram molecular mass. But in chemistry, most of the time we come across solution because all the reactions they take place in solutions, and we take one component in excess which is known as a solvent, and we put the other component, and the number of moles of that component dissolved represent the concentration of the substance. Now, mole concept in solution. Before I start this topic, first of all you should know what is a solution. So I tell you that solution, it is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. And if we have only two components, then the solution is known as a binary solution. Then this solution is known as a binary solution. Now, in a binary solution, the component which is present in smaller amount is known as a solute, and the component which is present in excess is known as a solvent. Now, depending upon the nature of the solute and solvent, there are 9 types of solution which are defined as the nature of solute dissolved in solvent. So let us suppose if a solid is dissolved in a liquid. What does it mean? Solid is the solute and liquid is the solvent, which is the most common type of solution. And the example is salt in water, and this solution is known commonly as brine. Similarly, we can have liquid in a liquid type of solution, which is alcohol in water. Then we have gas in liquid. Here we have soft drink, and the good example is soda water. And similarly, we can have solid in gas, liquid in gas, gas in gas, and then solid in solid, liquid in solid, and gas in solid. And you can look out for the examples related to that. But the most common type of solution which we come across in our laboratory chemistry is solid in liquid and also liquid. Now the thing is that we can classify solution also depending upon its amount of the solute present in the solution. And for that, first of all, we classify solution as approximate solutions. Now, approximate solutions are those where concentration is not correctly defined. अगर हमें एग्जैक्ट कंसंट्रेशन का पता ना हो, ऐसी सॉल्यूशन को हम अप्रॉक्सीमेट सॉल्यूशन कहते हैं, dilute solution and concentrated solution. So we write for dilute how much solute is present, how much solvent is present is not known. But the solution which we study and we want to study in chemistry is the standard solution. And the standard solution is that solution whose concentration is known accurately. Means we know the exact concentration of the solution. If we know the exact concentration of the solution, that means we will be able to express that how much solute is present in how much amount of the solution. So there are a number of ways to express the concentration, methods to express the concentration. The first method is known as percentage. The most common way to represent the relationship between two quantities is percentage. And we know that if I want to find out how much marks I have obtained in my exam, so what I will do, I will divide my marks obtained with the total marks and multiply it with the 100. I will get the percentage. In the similar way, I can determine the relationship of solute and solvent in terms of percentage. Now, percentage of a solution can be expressed in three ways. One is called percentage by mass. It is also known as W by W percentage. Now, how it is defined? It is defined as number of grams of a solute dissolved in 1 liter of the solution. In number of grams, it is defined as the number of grams of a solute dissolved in 100 grams of the solution. Now, in solutions, we call first component to be solvent because it is present in excess, and the second component to be solution. So, whatever symbolic representation you use for solute, that will be given a subscript 2, and whatever you use for the first component, that will be given a the subscript 1. So if I talk about mass of the solvent, W1, molecular mass of the solvent, M1, volume of the solvent, V1. Similarly, second component is solute. So W2 is the mass of the solute, M2 is the molecular mass of the solute, and V2 is the volume of the solution. Volume of the solute, if it is a liquid. Now, it means if W1 gram of solute and W2 gram of solvent, they are mixed, so that the total mass becomes, and total mass will be the mass of solution, and that will be equal to W1 plus W2. Then percentage, that is expressed in terms of the solute. Percentage W by W, that will be equal to W2 by W, or W1 plus W2 into 100. What is percentage? Mass of the solute over mass of the solution into 100. So mass of the solute is W2 and mass of the solution is W1 plus W2, which may also be represented as a simple W. So if we don't write any subscript that correspond to solution, if we write 1 as a subscript, it is for first component, that is a solvent, and if we write 2, that is a second component. So this is known as weight by weight percentage. Now the second percentage way is percentage by volume, which is of two types. One is W by V percentage and other is V by V percentage. Now V by V percentage can be applied only when both the components are liquid and we can take their volume. Then the percentage given by, for solute, volume is V2. The total volume will be V1 plus V2 into 100. And W by V percentage, that is equal to mass of the solute over volume of the solution into 100. So if I say I am having 5% solution of NaCl, W by W, what does it mean? It means that I know the concentration now. It is a standard solution. 5% W by W. What does it mean? That 5 gram in 100 gram of solution. Which means इसमें W2 कितना होगा 5 ग्राम, W1 कितना होगा 95 ग्राम. So that total W कितना होगा 100 grams. अगर मेरे पास लिखा जाए 5% W by V percentage, इसका मतलब क्या होगा 5 ग्राम in 100 ml of the solution. मतलब W2 will be 5 grams, volume will be 100 ml, and that can be correlated. And the third one is 5% V by V solution. What does it mean? That 5 ml of a solute is present in 100 ml of solution. And that is equal to V2 is equal to 5 ml, V1 is equal to 95 ml, and V will be equal to 100. So this is how we can express the concentration of a solution, of a binary solution, and that can be done with the help of. So if you want to calculate percentage by percentage, W by W percentage, if you want to calculate W by W percentage, it is W2 over W1 plus W2, it is V2 over V1 plus V2, and it is W2 by V. But you keep this thing in mind that expression of concentration can be done in a number of ways also. The first one is percentage, the second very common is strength. Strength is a mode in which the concentration is expressed in grams per liter. And we say that number of grams of a solute present in 1 liter or 1000 milliliter of solution. So if you want to find out the strength, mass of the solute over volume of the solution in liter, you divide, you will get mass in 1 liter, and that will be the strength per liter. Or if the volume is given in milliliters, then you have to divide it by the 100 to get liter, and that 100 goes over on the numerator side, and we get x gram per liter. So this is the another way to express the concentration of a solution. So the most common method is percentage, and the other common method which we employ is strength. You can note it. Now we come to another important method of expression which is known as molarity, and that is the main part of this lecture, where I have given the heading mole concept in solution, because we have done mole concept, we have studied what is 1 mole, and if it is present in concentration form, we can represent it as molarity. Now molarity is a quantity which is represented by capital M. Its units are moles per liter, and molarity is defined as number of moles of a solute dissolved in 1 liter of the solution. It means it is also referred to as molar strength. Means strength in terms of moles. What was strength basically? Strength was number of grams in 1 liter, and molarity number of moles per liter. So both are in 1 liter. एक ग्राम को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है, एक मोल्स को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है, तो हम ये कह देंगे कि मोलारिटी एक्चुअल में क्या होती है? मोलर स्ट्रेंथ होती है। इसको कैपिटल एम से रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, तो कैपिटल एम किसके इक्वल होगा? नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सोल्यूट ओवर वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इन लीटर्स। नाउ N2 ओवर VL बन जाएगा ये, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम जो वॉल्यूम है वो मिलीलीटर में दी रहती है बच्चों, तो फिर 1000 से डिवाइड करेंगे, जो 1000 न्यूमरेटर में चला जाएगा। जस्ट लाइक स्ट्रेंथ, याद करो स्ट्रेंथ क्या था? स्ट्रेंथ था W2 by V into 1000। ठीक है, ये आ गया। आप लोगों ने लास्ट लेक्चर में ये पढ़ा था कि नंबर ऑफ मोल्स किसके इक्वल होते हैं? वेट ऑफ द और मास ऑफ द सोल्यूट डिवाइडेड बाय इट्स मॉलिक्यूलर मास। I can put it over here, W2 over M2 into 1000 upon V. So you can compare strength with this. You can see that this corresponds to strength. So then what is molarity? Strength divided by molar mass. And the units of molarity are moles per liter. So अगर मैं कहूं कि किसी सॉल्यूशन की मोलारिटी 5m है, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 5 moles are present in 1 liter. तो मैं ऑटोमेटिकली लिख दूंगा इसमें N2 हो गया 5, वॉल्यूम होगी 1 लीटर. अगर आपको कहा जाए कि 4 ग्राम NaOH है, उसको हमने 250 ml ऑफ सॉल्यूशन में डिसॉल्व किया है, बताओ इसकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या होगी, इसकी मोलैरिटी क्या होगी? तो हम निकाल सकते हैं व्हाट कैन बी द स्ट्रेंथ एंड व्हाट कैन बी द मोलैरिटी. नाउ वी नो, लेट अस सी व्हाट इज गिवन. सोल्यूट का मास दिया हुआ है, सोल्यूट का मॉलिक्यूलर मास NaOH है, तो NaOH का निकाल लेंगे. 23 फॉर सोडियम, 16 + 1 दैट इज इक्वल टू 40, एंड वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन इज गिवन टू बी 250 ml. So then what will be the molarity? Molarity will be W2 by M2 into 1000 upon V. W2 कितना है? 4, molecular mass 40, 1000 over 250. The value will be 0.4 m or 0.4 mole per liter. और अगर आपको कहा गया है स्ट्रेंथ निकालनी है, तो स्ट्रेंथ यहां तो आप निकाल लो W2 by V into 1000 करके, मतलब 4 by 250 into 1000 that is equal to 16 ग्राम पर लीटर. तो यहां स्ट्रेंथ कैसे निकाल सकते हैं? स्ट्रेंथ इज इक्वल टू मोलैरिटी इनटू मॉलिक्यूलर मास. देखिए हमने फॉर्मूला बनाया अभी, मोलैरिटी इक्वल टू स्ट्रेंथ और मॉलिक्यूलर मास. तो स्ट्रेंथ किसके इक्वल हो जाएगी? मोलैरिटी इनटू मॉलिक्यूलर मास. मोलैरिटी आपकी 0.4 आई थी, मॉलिक्यूलर मास 40 है, आंसर 16 ग्राम पर लीटर. तो दिस इज हाउ आई कैन मेक आउट a particular way of expressing the solution. Now molarity basically is the representation of moles of a solute in the given solution, because mole correspond to molecules and molecules they undergo reaction. So that means higher the molarity, greater will be the concentration. And I know now the exact. So 1 molar, 2 molar, 5 molar, 10 molar. That means the concentration is increasing. The only problem is that with the molarity is that molarity depends upon volume of solution. And you know volume changes with temperature. वॉल्यूम टेम्परेचर के साथ चेंज करती है, इसलिए कई बार ये कहा जाता है कि मोलैरिटी इज नॉट अ गुड वे ऑफ एक्सप्रेसिंग द कंसंट्रेशन, ऑल्दो इट इज द मोस्ट कन्वीनियंट मेथड टू एक्सप्रेस द कंसंट्रेशन. सो हमें इस बात का ध्यान रखना है हाउ टू एक्सप्रेस द मोलैरिटी ऑफ अ सॉल्यूशन. नाउ द अदर टर्म इज मोलैलिटी. Molarity basically is number of moles of solute in 1 kilogram of solvent. What does it mean? It is equal by small m. Small m is equal to number of moles of solute over mass of solvent in kilograms. But you know that in chemistry we don't follow SI unit for mass. We always go for the grams. So if mass is in grams, I have to convert it into kilograms. So molarity will be equal to N2 into 1000 upon W1, or molarity is equal to W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1, because number of moles क्या थे? W2 by M2. W1 यहाँ पे क्या है? Mass of the solvent. So we can express this molarity and we can compare molarity with the molarity. अगर मैं कहूं मोलैरिटी वो क्या थी? W2 by M2 into 1000 upon V. और मोलैलिटी क्या है, W2 अपॉन M2 इंटू 1000 अपॉन W1। तो एक जो है वो वॉल्यूम पे डिपेंड कर रही है और दूसरी जो है वो मास पे डिपेंड कर रही है। इसका मतलब दिस इज नो डाउट अ बेटर मेथड बिकॉज इट डज नॉट डिपेंड अपॉन टेम्परेचर, ये टेम्परेचर पे डिपेंड नहीं करते। ओके, वन इज मोलैरिटी, अदर इज मोलैलिटी। अगर आपको मोलैरिटी गिवन हो और आपने मोलैरिटी निकालनी हो, या मोलैरिटी गिवन हो तो और मोलैरिटी निकालनी हो, और इवन अगर परसेंटेज दी हो इससे कुछ निकालना हो, तो हाउ टू प्रोसीड? लेट अस सपोज अगर हमें कहा जाए कि वी आर हैविंग नाइट्रिक एसिड विच इज 63% बाय मास, 63% बाय मास, फाइंड इट्स मोलैरिटी एंड मोलैरिटी। 63% बाय मास का मतलब मैंने आपको अभी बताया था, W2 is 63 and W1 is 37 और W equal to 100। ओके, जैसे ही परसेंट बाय मास आया मेरे को ये इंडिकेशन मिल गया। इसके बाद मेरे को मॉलिक्यूलर मास ऑफ सोल्यूट चाहिए, तो मैं फार्मूले से निकाल लूंगा, that is 63। और मेरे को क्या चाहिए, मेरे को चाहिए यहां पे, हाँ, इफ इट्स डेंसिटी इज 1.25 एंड 1.25 डेंसिटी क्या होते हैं, ग्राम पर मिलीलीटर। मेरे को डेंसिटी दी हुई है बेटे 1.25। यू नो दैट डेंसिटी सॉल्यूशन की होती है और W हमें सॉल्यूशन का पता है, तो वी नो वेट ओवर वॉल्यूम इज इक्वल टू डेंसिटी, तो वॉल्यूम इज इक्वल टू वेट ओवर डेंसिटी विच इज इक्वल टू 100 ओवर 1.25 which is equal to 10,000 over 125, 80 आ गया, वॉल्यूम इज 80। अब मेरे पास सारी वैल्यूज आ गई हैं, मोलैरिटी का फॉर्मूला मेरे को आता है। तो 63 डिवाइडेड बाय 63 into 1000 डिवाइडेड बाय 80, आई विल गेट द मोलैरिटी। अगर मोलैरिटी निकालनी है तो W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1, that will be 63 divided by 63 into 1000 divided by 37. You can see that for the same solution, the same concentration, the value of molarity comes out to be greater than molarity. In other words, if I have the same value for both, let us suppose the value comes out to be 12.5 and here the value comes out to be 37 twos are, we divided, let us divide 74, 26, 0 and 7, so it will be 27.2, let us suppose. So it is 12.5, means the concentration is same, the same solution having a given amount of the solute. If I express molarity and molarity, knowing the density, molarity value is less and molarity value is more. What does it mean? It means that 12.5 molarity is equal to 27.2 molarity, which means that if I take both molarities to be 1, so 1 molar solution will be 1 by 12.5 and 1 molar will be 1 by 27.2. That means 1 molar will have more number of moles, and that is why sometimes it is said that 1 molar is more concentrated than 1 molar. If we are having same solvent, same solute, and if you are given two concentration expressions, 1 molar and 1 molar, so you will say that 1 molar will have always more number of moles. It is more concentrated solution. So this is how we can express. Now we can do certain calculations related to molarity, and they come under a topic called molarity equations. Now whenever you are having a concentrated solution and if you want to make a dilute solution, That means let us suppose we are having a sugar syrup and we want to dilute. हम घर में शरबत बनाते हैं तो जो शरबत रूह अफ़ज़ा की बॉटल होती है उसमें बहुत सारी कंसनट्रेटेड सोल्यूशन होती है और उस सोल्यूशन को हम ऐसा नहीं पी सकते। तो हम क्या करते हैं, 2 चम्मच शरबत के लेते हैं, उसमें 1 गिलास पानी डालते हैं, शेक करते हैं और वो सोल्यूशन पीने लायक हो जाती है, आइस डालते हैं और हम एंजॉय करते हैं। मीन्स कंसनट्रेटेड सोल्यूशन से डिल्यूट सोल्यूशन में हम जाते हैं और उसके लिए जो इक्वेशन यूज की जाती है मोलैरिटी, बिकॉज मोलैरिटी इक्वेशन इसके ऊपर बेस्ड है कि अगर हम सिर्फ वॉल्यूम को बढ़ाएं या कम करें तो नंबर ऑफ मिलीमोल्स रिमेन सेम। जब भी कोई रिएक्शन होगी तो नंबर ऑफ मिलीमोल्स रिमेन द सेम या नंबर ऑफ मोल्स रिमेन द सेम, बट यहां पे हम वर्ड मिलीमोल यूज करते हैं क्योंकि मिलीमोल्स का मतलब क्या होता है, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मोलैरिटी इनटू वॉल्यूम। इसका मतलब अगर कंसंट्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन फर्स्ट है जो हमने बनाई है उसको सेकंड सॉल्यूशन मान लें तो फर्स्ट की मोलैरिटी और वॉल्यूम का प्रोडक्ट सेकंड की मोलैरिटी और वॉल्यूम के इक्वल रहेगा। तो इस इक्वेशन को यूज करके हम कभी भी पता कर सकते हैं कि मैं अगर हाईली कंसंट्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन लूं, उसकी कुछ वॉल्यूम लूं, तो आई कैन डिटरमिन व्हाट विल बी द मोलैरिटी ऑफ माय डिल्यूट सॉल्यूशन इफ आई नो व्हाट वॉल्यूम आई एम गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर। मैं कितनी वॉल्यूम बनाने लगा हूं, जैसे लेट अस सपोज 5 मोलर solution of sulfuric acid is used to prepare 1 molar 1000 ml of 1 molar solution. Find volume of sulfuric acid and volume of water required. I repeat कि 5 मोलर सोल्यूशन मैंने सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड मेरे पास है, उसको मैंने यूज करना है और 1000 ml बनाने हैं 1 मोलर सोल्यूशन के। तो मेरे को ये पता करना है कि इस सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड की कितनी वॉल्यूम है और कितना पानी चाहिए। तो मैं सिंपल कहूंगा कि कंसंट्रेटेड सोल्यूशन से जब डाइल्यूट सोल्यूशन की तरफ जाते हैं तो मोलैरिटी इक्वेशन लग जाती है। कंसंट्रेटेड की मोलैरिटी मेरे पास पता है, वॉल्यूम नहीं पता, इसकी वॉल्यूम मोलैरिटी पता है, वॉल्यूम भी पता है। तो आई विल से दैट 1000 divided by 5, that means I require 200 ml of sulfuric acid. Means concentrated sulfuric acid required is 200 ml. So I want to make 1000 ml. Therefore, water to be added. कितना पानी डालना पड़ेगा? That will be 800 ml. So this is how we can correlate molarity from a dilute solution to a concentrated solution. Moreover, sometimes you have to do the reactions. This I will also explain in stoichiometry. जब कोई रिएक्शन होता है तो A की सोल्यूशन को B से रिएक्ट किया और प्रोडक्ट बन गया। अब इसकी मोलैरिटी दी गई है, इसकी मोलैरिटी दी गई है, इसकी वॉल्यूम दी गई है, इसकी वॉल्यूम दी गई है। अगर ये 1:1 रेशो में ही रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं तो हम इन दोनों का कोरिलेशन निकालने के लिए सेम इक्वेशन यूज कर लें। लेकिन अगर मान लो A के A मोल्स और B के B मोल्स रिएक्शन में रिएक्ट करते हैं, जैसे नाइट्रोजन रिएक्ट विद 3 हाइड्रोजन टू गिव 2 अमोनिया, इस तरह से स्टोइकियोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट डिफरेंट है, स्टोइकियोमेट्री डिटेल में करेंगे वैसे। तो अब जो मोलैरिटी इक्वेशन है उसके ऊपर थोड़ी मॉडिफिकेशन हो जाती है, तब हम m1v1 over A इक्वल टू m2v2 अपॉन b कर देते हैं। तो जो कोएफिशिएंट है उनसे डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है एंड देन वी कैन रिलेट। जैसे नाइट्रोजन वाले केस में हम इसको 1 से डिवाइड करेंगे, इसको 3 से डिवाइड करेंगे एंड देन वी कैन फाइंड आउट इफ द कंसंट्रेटेड मोलैरिटी ऑफ वन कंपोनेंट इज गिवन and the molarity of second is known, we can calculate the volume and so on. Okay, let us explain it with the help of an example. When HCl react with NaOH, I get NaCl and water. So 1 mole, 1 mole. So if I know molarity, volume, molarity and volume, I can say m1v1 equal to m2v2 divided by 1 that will say. But if I react sulfuric acid with NaOH, I know for 1 sulfuric acid I require 2 molecules of NaOH. So then what I will write m1v1 over 1 for the sulfuric acid and M2V2 over 2 for N. So this is how we can equate them and we can determine the value of molarity of unknown component if I know the molarity of the other component. So I stop over here. Thank you very much.